and you are the Raptor guy.
Welcome to the home of the DIY movement, where we build stuff and paint things.
All right, y'all, welcome back. Today is Saturday, January 17th, 2026, man. I don't know, this is going to be the first video of the year of actually working on a car, man. It's been a rough 2 weeks, man. Everybody's been sick around here. I'm finally getting over it. We're going to move around a little bit today, put some work in on the 62, man. So what we have here, batch of powder coat. Okay, we have the wheel wells, radiator support, fender tie bar, I believe, crossbar, whatever you want to call it, balance, hood hinge brackets, braces, and then this is goes right there, I think. Yeah. So stuff's been powder coated for, I don't know, a few weeks. We're gonna paint to match. We have some paint. We have some clear. It does need some work. These I think we're just gonna scuff and spray. This is probably gonna scuff and spray. This is gonna scuff and spray. This we're probably gonna scuff and spray. That's the inside. This is really all you see is the top. This ain't bad. The powder coat has a finish that's, you know, not so much like base coat, clear coat. It's textured. It's pitted. The parts were pitted. This was decent to start. This was good to start. When you're looking at it, you see the pits. I don't know that we're going to fix that. I think the hood hinge covers some of that. I'm not too worried about that. Wheel wells, man. These wheel wells were on the car. And one was chrome plated. Somebody spent a lot of money back then to chrome plate. This one looks okay. The area that we see here, this is okay. I believe that dent is supposed to be there. He welded up all the unnecessary holes, so that's going to need a little bit of filler, a little skim. We're not too worried with how it looks down there. It's pitted. This is okay. This one's good. We're going to be Raptoring. We're going to base coat, clear coat the top side, and we're going to be Raptoring the underside, which the underside looks great. It's a shame that we're going to Raptor that, but this is the bad one. This is the bad one. Bobby is going to have to buy me a steak lunch today. I told his ass, don't use this crap. Get a new one. I mean, we dropped it off and we told the powder coaters just blast it and coat it. You know, he welded up this hole. Just blasted and coated, and that's exactly what they did. There's still some remnants of chrome plating. We're gonna DA that down, but this whole top area right here is pitted pretty bad. So what I'm thinking, this is gonna get Raptor, so it's gonna kind of look like that when it's done. Color match Raptor. These things are super awkward to work on, man. I really don't like working on these because you put them on a stand, they wiggle around. It's just an awkward piece, man. We're gonna fix what we see, but I think I'm gonna DA this down and see how thick the powder coat is. But I'm thinking to use some of that U-pole glaze and with some fiberglass resin and really thin the shit down and just coat the whole top side and then DA it down 180 or whatever and smooth it out. Because to sit here and try and fill all these pits and craters, I'll be here all weekend, man. There's remnants of chrome plating. I'm going to DA that down. These are going to take the bulk of the day. And then it's too cold to paint. It's too cold to paint right now. It's going to be too cold. It might be 70 on Monday, which is when I plan to paint. But I think we can Raptor today. If we get done, we can Raptor today. That's the plan, man. And then after that, soon after that, hang the front clip. The reason why we don't have the fenders on right now is because these. I didn't realize these. The hood hinges bolt. This bolts to the firewall, and the wheel well right here, and then the hood hinge bolts to this. So we need wheel wells to put hood hinges on, to put hood on. So hopefully in about 2 weeks' time, this car will have a front clip on it, and then we really start getting down to the nitty gritty with the wiring and assembly. Right now, that hood there is a huge liability sitting there. These fenders over here on wheels are a liability. You know what I mean? Moving them around to do, you know, cut the grass or whatever. Just the fact of them being moved around is a liability. So I'd rather get them on the car and they're boom and they're there. You know what I mean? So enough yapping. I'm gonna get the materials ready. I think we're gonna do a Scotch-Brite, red Scotch-Brite on all the powder coat, and then seal it and base and clear it, or maybe not even seal it. I do like that these are powder coated gray because that's the color of the sealer. So it's going to blend, it's going to look real good, and then boom, color on top. This, I don't know. We're going to figure out when he gets here. Excuse me. I could live with this personally. On the 60, it was way worse, and you guys remember I Raptored from here down, and I base coat and blended in from here, paint, and it looked great. Not a bad piece. I mean, to me, it's ready to go on the car like that, but he wants to paint it. So let's get moving around. Bring you guys back once we get started. All right, so the powder coat is thick, but not thick enough. We still have a lot of pitting here, so we're gonna have to use filler. But I believe this is the center line. So from here on this side is under the fender, and from here on this side is under the hood that you see, and really from here down is okay. A little bit here, but so basically this section right here is going to need filler because it's pitted. You can feel them. So we're going to mix up some dolphin glaze and thin it out real good. It's 60 degrees, so we have a lot of work time on it. So we're just going to put a skim coat over the whole thing and then DA it down.
Skim coat.
Yeah, skim coat. Bobby over here, he almost looks like he knows what he's doing. It's gonna be nice. These are scuffed. We're just using a red Scotch-Brite, which is equivalent to about 360. And then these are already scuffed too, so we're moving right along. All right, so I just spread some of the U-Pole Dolphin Glaze. I didn't thin it out any. It was already pretty thin and it's cold. So I have plenty of work time. And I'm just going to hit this with the DA with probably 180, and then we're probably going to just 2K prime, spot prime it. Here's the stuff we used. It's good stuff. It's real thin. It's a real lightweight and just a regular old hardener. You want to talk about the hood hinges he bought?
They haven't even delivered.
When are they supposed to be delivered?
So they're shipping out on the 31st.
From where? Are they Eddie Motorsport?
Yeah, Eddie Motorsport.
Are they specific for 62?
Yeah.
62 only?
Yeah, I believe so.
What's good about them?
We'll find out. We're gonna put them on.
Okay, hopefully they hold the hood up.
Well, they have different shocks.
Oh.
They asked me if it's like the original hood or if it's like fiberglass or.
Oh, okay. Or had work on it. Yeah, it's molded or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
And they have like 6 different options, like different like matte black, gloss black,
What'd you get?
matte,
Matte black?
something like that. Okay.
Alright. Waiting for this to dry. Bring you guys back.
Alright, so that U-pole dolphin glaze stuff sands really quick with 80 grit. I mean, really quick. So I just knocked it down a little bit with the 80, and then I finished up with 180 on the DA. Like I said, we're not trying to get these things super perfect. We just don't want to have them looking real pitted, because that metallic in the paint is gonna land all in those pits, and it's not gonna look good. So just trying to smooth it out a little bit. The powder coat did help. It is a pretty thick, I guess you can call it a substrate. So I knocked that down with 180, and then did the U-pole, and then finished the U-pole with 180 on the DA.
All right, we're getting ready to spray this 2K high build stuff. This U-pole 2253. I really don't like it, but for something like this, I think it's good. All we're gonna do is spot this one in where the filler's at, and this one we're gonna go kind of heavy on. You're wiping it down with wax and grease remover and a microfiber towel. I'm be using a new gun I got. It's a Northern Tool Vaper 2.3, I think. We're gonna see how it acts. 64 degrees right now, so it's gonna take a while to cure, but we could put it in the sun, and then we plan to today flip it over and color match Raptor the underside, so that during the week I just come in and sand this down and base and clear it along with the other parts. That is the plan. What'd you say, Bobby?
Yeah. That's the plan.
That's the plan. Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking we're just gonna mix up. The mix is 4-to-1. We're just gonna mix up 5 ounces and see how far that goes. Probably do it twice. So we'll bring you guys back. All right, so we spotted these in 2K primer, and man, that vapor gun is a beast. We have some flow indicators right here. We have a viscosity test right here, which passed. But man, I really like that gun for 2K. Of course, it's really cold right now, that's why it ran. But come summertime, it's gonna be a good gun. So now we're gonna turn this propane heater on, get it about 90 degrees in here for a little bit so this can dry. We're gonna flip it over and we're gonna do the Raptor. So far, we're moving right along. What do you guys think about my flow indicator? All right, it's about 4:30. We're getting ready to spray this Raptor. Tintable Raptor. 3 ounces of unreduced base coat. 1 jug of Raptor. 1 little jug of that hardener. And an old nut. That's ready to go. All we're gonna do is spray the undersides. It's color matched. So we're gonna spray the undersides. We're gonna run the space heater overnight. Let it keep it toasty. We ran the propane. Right now it's 81 degrees in here. It's probably like 45 degrees outside. We're just gonna spray this 1 coat, get it covered, and call it done. Let them sit overnight, or probably until Monday. And then I'm gonna come in and flip them over, and that's when we're gonna spray all our stuff shiny clear. So, you guys seen it before, we're spraying over sanded powder coat. All we did was we had these things sandblasted and powder coated, we scuffed them with a red or a maroon Scotch-Brite, and we're going to Raptor. And I mean, technically, you probably wanna go maybe like a little more coarse, like maybe 180, but it's the inside of the wheel well, man. You can't really overthink the stuff too much, man. So let's roll.
let me know what you guys think about this Raptor liner in the comments section. We've been spraying it for probably 6 or 7 years now, and it works great. I like that it's tinnable. What I don't like is the smell. Stuff is really strong, and I mean, I've kind of looking for an alternative, maybe something water-based. I don't know how durable it is. I mean, the Raptor is definitely durable, and it really sticks to anything, so that's kind of why we use it. But man, does it stink. Anyways, 1 jug was enough for this little job right here for reference for future projects. Like I say, we mixed it with 3 ounces of base coat unreduced. You can reduce it to stretch it if you like, but 1 jug was enough for these 2 wheel wells.
Alright, so guys, you saw me spray 1 coat. That was 1 jug. We had just enough. It was more like a coat and a half, but it's completely covered and it ain't gonna chip off. Trust me, it ain't gonna corrode or anything, man. So it's a pretty good match to the floors and the trunk. So we're gonna let these cook overnight. It dropped down to 63 now when we had the exhaust fans on, so it's pretty cold outside. And bring you guys back for the next video in a couple days whenever I base coat and clear coat all these little miscellaneous parts and the tops of the wheel wells. And then following that, assembly time, man. So we're moving right along. Probably in about 2 weeks we should have a front end on the 62, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like always, man, thanks for watching. And you are the Raptor guy.